Hello there, Speed Duelists. Welcome back to another tournament review, and today we are doing Speed Duel Showdown 160. We had 9 players, so we have 8 matches to go through, and as you know, these tournaments are held every Sunday night for free on DuelingBook, so maybe next week you could be one of these duelists. 9 players means that 2 players had to play an extra round, and lucky me, it's Ryan Atlas versus Domoski. And as you can see, I am bringing the Destructive Fate, the coins deck that took second place in North America. And Domoski is on Neospatians. So I'm gonna play Cup of Ace, pay half my life points, and have the result become in my favor. I'm just gonna set a whole bunch of cards. Meanwhile, Domoski has his Grand Mole out. And his Galaxy Cyclone is gonna hit my Wabaku, so I'm gonna chain that. No chance of getting OTK'd this turn. Next up, I get another turn, so I play Cup of Ace, have my life points again, draw 2 more cards, and I am going to special summon the Dynatank since my life points are lower than my opponent's, and I'm gonna use the effect to fusion summon the Dynatank. This card is gonna have 3000 attack points, and you know, it has the targeting protection. I'm gonna normal summon under Dynabase, and on my attack declaration I'm just gonna steal his Prisma with enemy controller, so that both of these are direct attacks. And as we can see, his back row is an Offerings to the Doomed, so he'll be forced to use that. But yeah, then my Dynatank is destroyed, and I get to special summon the Dogoran back from the graveyard. So what he should have done was Offerings his own Prisma, and then he would have had another turn, but yeah. GG. On to the next game, where my opponent is choosing to go first, and he has Fossil Dyna. Now, luckily, I do have some outs to this. I have my Dynabase in defense position, and I have the breakthrough skill. I'm going to use that immediately on the Grand Mole, so my Dynabase stays on the field. And yeah, I'm going to use the second effect of the breakthrough skill, banish it to negate the Fossil Dyna, and then it's fusion time. So I'm just going to bring out my 3000 attack monster and attack over his Fossil Dyna. I could have normal summoned this base and enemy controlled, but that would have been like just not enough damage. It's Domoski's turn. He's gonna summon Prisma, change the name to Neos. He's gonna misclick, but that's okay. Here he tries to attack my Dynatank with the Neospatian Grand Mole, and I'm just gonna allow that because I do have the enemy controller set, so I can just normal summon, steal his Prisma again for game. So that is it, and I move on to the real top 8. And here I have to play against Delicates, who went undefeated in the last winner box, so I immediately knew this was gonna be a good one. Delicates has to go first, and he's gonna set some back row. He has the Dark Renewal, the enemy controller. So I'm just gonna Cup of Ace, have my life points to draw 2 cards. I'm gonna summon the Twin Barrel Dragon, have my life points to destroy a card with it. Then special the Dynabase, and I'm gonna use it to fusion summon right off the bat. So set Waboku. I'm gonna attack, and in the battle step use Offerings to take out the tribe, and yeah, he's gonna chain enemy controller to take my Twin Barrel Dragon, so I'm just gonna pass turn and leave it at that. Delicates has the Kaiku, so he will be able to attack over my Twin Barrel Dragon and banish the Dogoran, which is important since the Dynatank can only special summon from grave when it's destroyed. I attack over the Kaiku. Here is Witch, and This is my last turn of Destructive Faith being active, so I'm gonna use it once more. And I'm in a pretty solid position right now, which is gonna search out Sphere. And here Delicatus finally draws Dark Magician, so he's gonna special summon that, flip his face down Dark Magic attack. I'm gonna chain Waboku, no need to chain enemy controller. And Delicatus adds Magic Rebo, so he's definitely not out of the duel yet. Dynatank attacks over Dark Magician, and that is gonna trigger Magic Rebo though. But yeah, as you can see, I also have a Sphere of my own. So I'm gonna use that to protect my set Dynatank. I'm gonna try to attack over Dark Magician, but yeah, here is a Sphere. And yeah. Here I do allow him to attack over my set Dyna base. I'm gonna normal summon Twin Barrel Dragon. My Destructive Fate is a flip face down. It's no longer active, so I'm gonna have to toss coins for it. If yeah, Delicatus didn't chain enemy control to put it to defense. So Dyna base tank attacking over Dark Magician. That allows Delicatus to add back Magic Rebo and special summon Dark Magician again. Here he has the DD Crow in the main deck, so that's fine for him. And we're gonna special summon the Dyna base, attack over the set Sphere Rebo with my Dyna tank and enemy controller to steal the Dark Magician and go for game. So pretty intense game number one. Let's see. I again start with Cup of Ace, must be nice, playing Pot of Greed in Speed Tool. And I'm gonna immediately bring out my big guy. It's Delicatus' turn. And as you can see, he does keep in the DD Crow to keep me off the Dogoran. I'm gonna Night Beam. It's gonna hit Dark Renewal. Cup of Ace to draw 2 more cards. And I'm gonna attack for big damage. Delicatus in the end of the battle phase, so yeah, no possibility to steal the game with enemy controller right there and then. Delicatus will be adding Magic Rebo, setting 1 and passing turn. Okay, so I have Twin Barrel Dragon. Destructive Fate is still live, so I'm gonna pay half my life points to go for game there. Yeah, I declare the attack, and Delicatus says it's fine. And in the battle step, I use Offerings to the Doomed, so too late to activate Sphere Rebo, and that's GG for me. Now let's see someone else. We are gonna be seeing Joey versus Yugi, and that is gonna be the, you know, the White Armed Dragon Heart of a Warrior deck versus Gaia. Night Beam is immediately gonna snipe Sol and Luna. And the normal zone of Gaia is gonna attack Overbreaker. So immediately Hutarino is yeah, behind. In the battle step we are gonna see Book of Moon to flip the breaker face down so that Gaia does piercing, and that is gonna draw that guy 2 cards. No Sphere Rebos yet, so Allure of Darkness will draw Hutarino 2 cards, banishing the Doom Caliber Knight. But it draws him into Melody, the best card in Speed Tool, so yeah, that's good for him. Gonna banish a white for a white and attack over the Gaia. However, as you can see, that guy has the Gaia and the Solitary Sword, so that is gonna be 38. So 800 damage over the Armed Dragon White. There is another Armed Dragon White, so yeah, great news for Hutarino, who's gonna also bring out a Guiltia. So when White Armed Dragon equipped with the White Veil attacks, that is gonna negate the effects of all face-up spells or traps. So the solitary sword will be negated. Yeah, and that is going to be 11 damage, if I'm not mistaken, and 1850. But yeah, this is where it ends for that guy. So, next game, we are going to be seeing Hutarino forced to go first. And he's just going to normal summon Breaker and pass. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. We see Gaia being normal summoned, equipped with the solitary sword of poison, and that's gonna be a 4600 Gaia attacking the Breaker. So yeah, that's a lot of damage. Hutarino not using Sphere Grebo to protect because he has the Fissure in hand. Yeah. Also not pitching the Armed Dragon to summon a Guiltia, so that's fair enough, fair enough. Now he's gonna have the Sphere, right. And there is another Fissure. Yeah, another Sphere Grebo from that guy's side. Sphere Grebo really been popping off the past few weeks in this format. And Hutarino not drawing Armed Dragon level 10 white, but there is still a dream. He's gonna switch Guiltia to attack, set 1. And unfortunately, no backroom removal from that guy. So we are going to be going into a game number 3. Oh no, this was the final game already. So that guy moving on to the top 4. We are going to be seeing Keebler on Ishizu versus an Adrian skill. So Cloudians making a comeback. It's been a while since we saw these. Cloudion's gonna start off slow with just a set bottomless trapple. Yeah, unfortunately, not having any Cloudians they can summon. So Keebler will be able to just activate all his stuff. The Gravekeeper's Trap can add Calciphidia. It is an Earth Fairy, so very unique. He's gonna set up his defense. And Cloudian Aerosol is activated, discarding the Storm Dragon and placing a lot of fog counters on it. I believe... Yeah, equal to its level. So that's 4 plus 1 due to the Fog Warning skill. That is going to be 5 fog counters on Mudora. Keebler going to use the skill to draw 2 and discard one of those. Let's see, we see Caldo coming down, another Mudora, and Keebler going onto the offensive with his Exchange Spirit deck. But Gravekeeper's Trap allows Keebler to call any card name before the draw, and he called Space Typhoon. That's Eye of the Typhoon, so that's a different card. Guessing he really wanted protection against the you know, the Swords of Revealing Light being destroyed. Yeah, this would special summon a Cloudian monster from the deck, so I'm not sure. Ah, yeah, the Gravekeeper's Trap prevents the opponent from doing things with their graveyard, right? Your opponent cannot activate the effects of cards in the graveyard. Yeah, Exchange of Spirit is there, so whew, Keebler taking this one convincingly. We do not care. Choosing to go first. And now he has a few Cloudian monsters, so he's gonna summon Zero Stratus. When it's normal summoned, you get a fog counter per Cloudian, so it should get 2 fog counters, right? Anyway, Keebler gonna use Mudora to place the Gravekeeper's Trap. That's gonna pitch the exchange to add Calciphidia. But Keebler has no battle phase because he used the skill. He is a runic player. He's pointing out last duel the beatdown was illegal, but I think Keebler did not use a skill in that turn. I'm not sure. We see Claudian Altus, not Atlas, that's me. And this one places a fog counter as well. So should have 2 fog counters. I think We Do Not Care is like the only Claudian player who hates placing fog counters, I guess. We see Gravekeeper Strap, pitching Medora, adding Medora, flipping Kelbeck. And yeah, no skill was used this turn, so Keebler will be moving on to the offensive. Gravekeeper Strap is used to fetch Calciphedia. Claudian Aerosol used to place... Should get 8 fog counters, no? Or 9 even, because of the skill. But unfortunately, yeah, Keebler moving on to the offensive and taking out his opponent. This one, Paradoxo versus Amiibo Pimp, was a very long one, so let's hope that the game actually moves at a decent pace. We are gonna see Breaker popping, waking the dragon, summoning the Destiny End Dragoon. Amiibo Pimp gonna use Wonder Wand, send the Breaker away, and this does allow Amiibo Pimp to special summon Dark Magician. Very cool, the Wonder Wand inclusion. And 1000 Knives will take out the Destiny End Dragoon. So Dark Magician gets in for a lot of damage. Paradoxo gonna pitch an Arm Dragon level 10 white to place Sapphire Pegasus. And here we see another Dark Magic attack. This time Crystal Promise is chained, but Breaker is just gonna, yeah, seal the duel. Next game. We see Paradoxo immediately popping off, searching his Arm Dragon level 10 white, and discarding for the skill. So things are looking pretty good for him. Crystal Conclave is activated, and in the end phase it is gonna bounce the Sapphire Pegasus and the set Dark Renewal. Arm Dragon level 10 white will be coming out. And this is slightly not enough to go for game. But still we see Amiibo Pimp protecting his life points. And adding back, adds a Dark Magician of Legion of Fiend Chester. And when Dark Magician is destroyed, you can... Okay, it seems like Paradoxo is saying, hey, you didn't use it when Legion was destroyed, but I don't think that should matter here, right? Anyway, Dark Magician is summoned, it's gonna get hit by offerings. That will allow Amiibo Pimp to add back his Magic Rebo. And here is another copy of Dark Magician. The skill allows Amiibo to add 1000 Knives and destroy the Arm Dragon white with it. But Paradoxo has another Arm Dragon level 10 white. First he's gonna summon Sapphire Pegasus to lure out the potential Dark Renewal. And that is gonna be a pretty strong Dark Magician girl. She should have 2900. So I'm not sure why they're putting it only at 23. The white pops the Dark Magician girl, so no battle damage is dealt. Breaker is gonna be summoned, destroying the Topaz Tiger. Wonder Wand is then activated, drawing 2 more cards for Amiibo. The Arm Dragon 10 white gets in for 3000 damage, but that will allow Amiibo to use the Sphere Karibo effect. And things are looking bleak for Amiibo here. Arm Dragon will attack and pop the set Dark Renewal. So we are gonna be seeing Magic Rebo come back. Yeah, it's too little too late at this point. So we are gonna be going into a game 3. This duel has been lasting 44 minutes at this point. Man. I see no reason to. We see Amiibo Pimp siding in a lot of weird stuff. All of the Destruction Swordsman cards, which does make sense because Buster Blader can attack over the on-dragon level 10 white. Unfortunately, there is no Dark Magician here, so yeah, things are looking bleak for Amiibo. He's just gonna set the Fusion Substitute monster, the what's it called, Versago the Destroyer. But Paradoxo is gonna be making big plays. He's gonna be bouncing the Versago, normal summoning the Sapphire Pegasus, and these attacks should be enough to go for game. Yes, so we see Paradoxo moving on to the top 4. In the top 4, that guy will be facing off against me, and that guy says, oh, one of my friends is stuck in this game. Because I was already on my 3rd match, while the other one was still going on. I'm gonna pay half my life points to make Cup of Ace into Pot of Greed, and I'm immediately gonna summon my big fusion monster. My back row is sadly gonna be sniped off by Galaxy Cyclones. I do chain the Babaku, so I'm safe from potential shenanigans. Sphere Kuribo will be used to stop this attack. And that guy gonna attack my tank, but I have a Waboku, so I'm safe. I'm gonna special summon a second tank and gonna use its effect to summon a second tank. Yeah, the small one is called Dyna Base. I always get it wrong. It looks like a tank, so... Anyway, this attack will be stopped by Sphere Kuribo. My Destructive Fate expires. But yeah, Charging Gaia is not gonna be helping that guy out here. Moving on to game number 2. And yeah, it's a bit iffy. I want to pay half my life points to use Cup of Ace, but that does expose me to, you know, Gaia just one-shotting me. And here, there's luckily no Gaia. There is back row removal, so Night Beam gonna snipe off my Babaku. I have no chance to chain it, and I also lose enemy controller, so things are looking bleak for me. Here is Gaia, and I'm gonna have to use one of my protection cards against it. Especially with, yeah, the sword makes it tough to deal with. So here I draw enemy controller, but yeah, this would not be enough if I stole the Gaia. It only doubles when it battles a monster. So we're still in the game, but for how long? Here is Night Beam, that's gonna snipe enemy controller, so I have to use my sphere here. But yeah, I do draw Dyna Base, so I can go for the fusion, but that wouldn't be enough to attack over the Gaia with the big defense thanks to the sword. So 1-1, we're going into game 3, and my opponent has to go first. He can do nothing. I can normal summon Dyna Base, go for my big fusion, and I'm just gonna be cheeky, set Waking the Dragon, not enemy controller, and attack for big damage. As you can see in my opponent's hand, he has the Night Beam, and he's gonna destroy my Waking the Dragon. That's gonna summon out Ojama King, so all of the opponent's zones are blocked. He can stall. No, that's not Book of Moon. He can stall for 1 turn with Sphere Kuribo, but here we see, yeah, another Gaia being drawn. So a cheeky win of Ojama King. We take those, we take those. Next up, we are going to be seeing Keebler versus Paradoxo. So the Joey Armed Dragon deck versus the Exchange of the Spirits. We see Melody adding white and a regular, and the regular is discarded. Oh no, it's not Joey. It's Jesse. discarding the regular Arm Dragon level 10 to place the Topaz Tiger. Medora is activated. Notably, Keebler did not use his skill, so he has the option to attack. And he will. So that is 1000 damage coming through. And Keebler uses Gravekeeper's Trap, declaring Pegasus, but that's not Pegasus. Instead, it's the third Arm Dragon level 10 white. And Paradoxo gonna banish the Arm Dragon from the graveyard to bring out the white. And that's gonna run into Quaking Mirror Force. Now, Paradoxo is still in a pretty good position. Keebler has to use the skill. And Keebler is just gonna have to stall it out. Keebler once again calls Sapphire Pegasus with the Gravekeeper's Trap, which is fair. You know that's a 3 of in the deck, so you haven't seen any copies of it. But now we are going to be seeing copies of it. Discards for the skill to place the Topaz Tiger, and on resolution, Keebler is going to bounce that white back to the deck with Medora. Yeah, no exchange of spirit yet, so just 3 cards being sent back to the deck. Still in main phase, Keebler using the effect of Gravekeeper's Trap, discarding a card to add another copy of Medora. And then he moves on to his turn. He's gonna use the, as I predicted, choosing to keep Quaking over Geldo. Okay, yeah. Gravekeeper's Trap is used, discarding Medora to add nothing, because it will get hit with the Crystal Promise. So I bet you now Paradoxo is gonna draw Sapphire Pegasus. Ah no, Waking the Dragon again, okay. Keebler will be using the skill, choosing to keep the swords over the exchange. That will flip this Armed Dragon phase up. But it cannot change battle position, since it was hit by Quaking. So it takes him a bit to figure that out. Next, Keebler chooses to keep Spirit Reaper over Exchange. And yeah, he's slowly getting there, slowly grinding towards his win condition. So now we see a Sapphire Pegasus, but yeah. It's looking bleak for Paradoxo. Another Quaking. Keebler now has 15 cards in the grave. Paradoxo finally mounting an offensive comeback. But here, yeah, in the end phase, Medora is gonna put back all 4 cards in Paradoxo's graveyards, and in Keebler's turn, he is gonna activate the Exchange of the Spirit from the graveyard. So we are gonna be seeing the deck and grave being swapped. This is always a hassle on DuelingBook. And yeah, Keebler passes turn and Paradoxo has no cards in his deck. So GG. Keebler starting off the game slow with Spirit Reaper and Space Typhoon. Meanwhile, Paradoxo has everything you could want. Gonna discard a Crystal Promise to search for 2 whites. One of them will be discarded to place Topaz Tiger and yeah, bring out the other white. The white will destroy the Spirit Reaper. Sapphire Pegasus attacks directly. So now Keebler is on the back burner. He has to mount a comeback. Spirit Reaper is not gonna do it. So we are going into game 3. That game 1 was pretty long, but the game 2 pretty short. That's the thing with the exchange deck. If you can't get going, it's tough to come back if you're behind. Anyway, Melody is used, adding the 10 and the white. We're gonna see the skill being used, discarding the 10 to plays the Sapphire. And the white comes out. Keebler is gonna keep Kelbeck over exchange. He's gonna snipe one Conclave with Space Typhoon, but yeah, the second one just keeps chilling. Conclave will be used to bounce the Pegasus and the set Exchange of Spirits. Sapphire Pegasus will place a Topaz Tiger and playing around the Waking. Yeah, we're just gonna see Topaz Sapphire Pegasus stacking into the Medora. In the end phase though, Crystal Promise taking out a back row, a bluff set Exchange of the Spirits. So we see white popping the Gravekeeper's Trap, but yeah, still in main phase. Keebler wants to discard the exchange to add the Calciphidia. Yeah, that's its name. That is gonna come out because the Medora is destroyed. And here we see Sapphire Pegasus attacking into another Medora, Kelbeck. And that's basically a wall of illusion. So very cool that Keebler is on all of these Ishizu monsters, literally. Paradoxo drawing Crystal Conclave, so things are looking very, very good for him. He is going to be able to deal with the Calciphidia. And Keebler is slowly getting there. Things aren't looking super in his favor, but yeah, this Quaking being returned to the hand, that's unfortunate. Such a strong card, the Conclave. Armed Dragon 10 white attacks into the Spirit Reaper and pops the Kelbeck, so yeah, good news for Keebler here. He has Tribe Infecting Virus to take care of the dragons, but unfortunately, Paradoxo has another one waiting in the hand. So Keebler here is thinking, do I return the white? But I think this was a white we didn't know about. So yeah, fair enough, but that is going to be the game in favor of Paradoxo. That means we only have the finals left. And I'm already going to thank you guys for tuning into this long form content. As we see myself taking on Paradoxo in the finals. We see Jesse Anderson versus Sartorius. And Paradoxo starting off slow with just Sapphire Pegasus. I am gonna use Twin Barrel Dragon, target his face down. And that is Conclave, and we have a bit of a discussion about this. Conclave needs to already be face up to use its effects, because that tributes itself face up as a cost. So you cannot use that in the activation window. Here I also have a slow start, but Paradoxo now top decks the best card in Speed Duel. Melody Awakening Dragon is gonna banish a white for a white. And yeah, I have to... I'm gonna Waboku this, so I will lose my Twin Barrel Dragon, unfortunately. But here is Pot of Greed. It will cost me half my life points, but that is well worth it for 2 cards. Not, however, if these 2 cards don't allow you to combo. So I'm just gonna set Waboku, wait it out one more turn. But still no Dynabase, so sad times, and that is gonna be GG for the opponent. So moving on to game number 2. And this time I do have a bit of a better hand if I can get the Dynabase. It's not here yet. I'm going to Night Beam the Raigeki. Paradoxo has the Conclave, so it's time for me to draw 2. And I am gonna try to clear the Conclave, but yeah, my opponent just bounces it back. Maybe I should have used Dogora. I don't know. That could have been interesting. Anyways, I attack for 17, so that is gonna be clearing the way for a potential OTK setup. Here I use 100 life points, And finally, here is the Dyna base. So, yeah, definitely a misplay here. I should have special Dogoran first. My opponent is gonna bounce my Dyna base, but yeah, it's not gonna matter because I normal summon Dyna base here. So here is the tank. So now I'm gonna summon Dogoran. I'm gonna make him kiss, and Dyna tank will just reborn the Dogoran and attack for game. So we are going into a game 3, final game of this week's finals. Let's see which deck takes it. I'm forcing my opponent to go first, and man, he has a pretty good start. This deck is really consistent. I start things off with Pot of Greed. Not drawing Dogoran, so that's unfortunate. I am gonna force my opponent to use the Conclave, and he is gonna bounce his own set, Waking the Dragon. Very unique. But yeah, he doesn't want to bounce the Twin Barrel Dragon to my hand, which is understandable. The Sapphire Pegasus attacks over the Twin Barrel, but I have an enemy controller to protect myself. Here the opponent has Crystal Raigeki, so that is going to destroy my Twin Barrel Dragon. And things are looking tough for me. I'm gonna need some good draws to make this happen. Waboku will protect me for one turn, but where is the Dogoran? Here is the Dogoran. Okay. Special Dyna base. I'm gonna try to use this effect, but my opponent has Offerings to the Doomed, so I cannot resolve it. I'm gonna Waboku again. Come on, can't I get another Dyna base? My Nightbeam hits, Waking the Dragon. I have one more turn left in me. I'm gonna take the 16. I'm gonna enemy controller the Sapphire Pegasus. And here I have a genius play. I Dogoran the Ojama King, then I normal summon Sphere Kuribo, and I attack to make my own life points 0. So unfortunately I'm losing this finals, but Paradoxo is a well-deserved winner. Guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This was Ryan Atlas. Bye.